Hey guys, CD here. This is going to be another one from the heart. Today we're going to talk about what the trips are like with excessive use of DMT. Now, I guess that could be described in a couple different ways. First way we're going to talk about is when you do too much at one time. Now, I've never loaded up like a gram of DMT and tried to smoke a gram of DMT all at once, but I have smoked a gram of DMT over a couple hours, and at first it started really nice, and it got more and more intense as I kept going, and eventually it became to the point where I blacked out. I'm not going to go into too much detail on that because that's a story for another video. But there was a point where I blacked out and I came back and I was what there wasn't a lot to take from that trip, and it was pretty intense and I was pretty scared of it, and it kind of turned me off from DMT for a while. Uh, Now we can also describe excessive use in the sense of doing it too much, having too many trips throughout a short period of time. Me, I had done DMT probably like 70 times over the course of like 6 to 7 months. And come like trip like 40, 50, it would turn what I would describe as sour. And some of that I would contribute to the fact that you're getting really used to how DMT is. DMT is different every time you do it, but at the same time, you can actually get what are called what I would call repeat trips. You can have trips that are very similar, but there's one type of trip that I would describe as a square trip, where everything becomes just very square like. You look at your TV, it's very square like. You look at people's faces, they become very square. Anything really. Cartoon trips. I've had two different cartoon trips. Uh, those were really nice though. Both what I just described. But with that being said, you start to get used to how DMT is, and you start to not take a lot from it. You start to not really learn a lot from it, and it becomes kind of strange. Uh, I would never say I had, besides the time that I blacked out. I guess you could call that a bad trip, but at the same time, not really. But I've never had what people would describe as a bad trip where I'm freaking out or just genuinely having a bad time. But I've had some trips that are very, very uncomfortable, even being extremely experienced with DMT and having known how DMT is, they become very uncomfortable. Uh, it's intense. Uh, Sorry, I had to like get my train of thought back. I was kind of losing it thinking about all the trips. Uh, DMT also uh, becomes very personal when you do it a lot. It starts to play into more into your life, and uh, I guess the word would be nuances. You'll notice things about people that are strange on how like people act and on how you act and how your family act towards you, or how really anything. You will look very far into the things that surround you and the deeper meaning of what people will say and how people act. It's really interesting, and to an extent, I would say that's sour. I would say that becomes sour because it usually tends to, at least maybe when you're in a not great position in life, or you're just struggling in any sort of way, it becomes to where you look too far into things, and you see what people really mean when they say stuff to you, or maybe you just look too far into it and they don't even really mean anything by it, but you take it personally, and it'll affect how you act when you do DMT a lot. It's interesting. It's you're not supposed to be in that world for a long period of time. You're just not, and you're definitely not supposed to do it a lot. That's something that I would recommend taking your own precautions with, and you know what's right for your own body. Some people can do DMT a lot and not really be affected by it. I know somebody like that who used to be a coworker, but with that being said, I wouldn't recommend a lot of people just dive into DMT like that. I I'm sorry for not uploading a lot, guys. Life takes over, and sometimes YouTube kind of gets pushed to the side. But I do appreciate the guys and gals that uh, continue to watch my videos, and they're or repeating viewers, I guess, that people that come by often. I appreciate that, and I'm gonna try to upload more often. I just got a lot going on outside of YouTube. So thanks to everybody that watches my videos. I hope everybody enjoys this video, and I hope everybody has a good day. Thank you.